see nothing? It's right. Okay. Hey, Edwin, how are you? Thanks for joining my live. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Hey, Tanita, out of Detroit. How are you? Y'all, I'm trying to get this little Facebook right, that's all. Y'all should be here. I told y'all about this event. Told you it's time for y'all to start minding your money. You can't mind your money if you ain't in the game. Why you not here? Hey, lady, how are you? Hey, Darren, how are you? That's right. Edwin, I'm going to be using you as an example today. You ain't know it, but now you know. Yes, yes. Hey, y'all. Happy Saturday. Hey, Q. Adrian out here, Q. Where you at? What you doing? She out here? She got her mama out here. She got her kids out here. Where you at? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Thanks for checking me out. Boy, you ain't got time for work. You be traveling. You ain't got time for work. Get off that job. Hey, Randy out of California. How are you? All right, y'all. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Randy, how are you? Okay, my name is Angela Williams. They call me the Powerhouse, and I am a certified professional life coach. I specialize in personal finance. I have partnered with a company that has absolutely changed my life, people around me, the community that I'm around. And usually I'm dressed up, but today I wore my jeans, my shoes, and my hoodie. And the reason why I wore this hoodie is because this hoodie is really my mood as I go into 2020. So anytime I get any doubt in my mind, I get any fear, I get any level of procrastination, what am I going to do, y'all? Just do it. Now, y'all not saying it loud enough.
Just do it.
So anything that you have went through, any rejection, any pain, any heartbreak, anything that you want to release and you want to let go for 2019, you're going to stop talking about it, you're going to be about it, and you're going to do what?
Just do it.
Say it again.
Just do it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, by the end of this presentation, you're going to know why your money is one of the most important things to you outside of the Creator. And you're going to not be thinking about it. You just going to do what?
Just do it.
Okay. So I'm finna show you how you can increase your cash flow by 500% every single year. Okay. Now, when it comes to your money, I have a clear definition of what personal financial success is. And that is when you have enough cash flow coming from your job to maintain your current lifestyle. So that means to keep a roof over your head, making sure you got a car to drive, take care of your kids. You might want to go on vacation a couple of times. But that same money has to be enough to fund your retirement. Because at some point in time, you're not going to be able to work no more. So that means that you don't want it where when you retire, you can't maintain your lifestyle. Now, I want y'all to understand, jobs was not necessarily created just for us to be there and to retire. The whole point of jobs was for you to get on your feet. You were supposed to save your money, invest your money, launch a business, and move up out the seat. See, that is why young people do not have jobs now, or they underemployed, because you're still sitting in the seat. So I don't want to hear people say that everybody can't start a business. That's an excuse for taking personal responsibility, because God gave everybody a living talent. You got to know what your gift is, because your gift will pay you, and it'll definitely make room for you. So you still have to be an entrepreneur, and you're going to know why before I'm done. And so most people got jobs because they believe that the old way, that retirement is going to be there for you. Number one, Social Security. And the next slide, I'm going to show you why Social Security is something that you're not going to be able to necessarily depend on. The second way, people was like, I ain't worried about tomorrow. I got a pension. But what did the corporations do? They lobbied Congress, and Congress allowed them to get rid of pensions and replace them with 401ks. But the problem with 401ks is, who taught you about investing? Who taught you about the stock market? Who told you what to invest in? Who told you when to move your money? Who told you what to look for when the market is about to crash? Nobody. So what ends up happening is people got 401ks, but by the time they turn 65, they still broke. Social Security. I don't know about y'all, but I went online to Social Security, and when I went online, there was a letter that was attached to my account. And in that letter, it said that by 2034, they're only going to be able to pay me out 77% of my benefits. Now, y'all took all this money out of my paycheck, but y'all telling me by 2034, they're only going to give me 77%. Now, by 2034, I'm not even going to be 65, 67. So that means by the time I get there, I might get 70%. Now, if you in your 20s or you in your 30s, what you think you're getting? My point exactly. And so Social Security wasn't meant to take care of you. It was supposed to be a supplement. You were supposed to mind your money enough to where you'll be responsible for taking care of yourself in retirement. Now, 2020 is coming. You know, for the past 10 years, we have been in a bull market. So if you was in the stock market, you should have made money for the past 10 years, okay? Because after every recession, everything that goes down got to go back up, right? So we've done that for the past 10 years. But we also create bubbles. And so after every bubble, when the bubble pops, a recession usually comes into play, okay? And so we are now at a point to where consumers are in debt, so we got a spending bubble. The country itself is in debt. Somebody gonna have to pay that debt of the country. And it's usually in taxes, and middle class pay the most taxes than anybody. I'm not, but some of y'all is, okay? But then there's a bubble that people are not talking about, and that is the largest generation in America is baby boomers. It's their time now. So what they're doing is they're now drawing the money out their 401ks. That's going to draw down the stock market. They starting to draw their Social Security. And eventually all this is going to crash on down. So come 2020, you are going to see an economic downfall. I don't care what nobody say, you're going to start to see it happen. So you need to start paying attention to the news and really mind the money that is in your 401k account, because there's going to be a time when you need to move if you're in equities and maybe go into bonds or something like that. Okay, so this is coming. So only thing that I can say to you right now, if I can't tell you anything else, you better stack your money and you need to fix your credit, because anytime there is a recession, there is opportunity for you to gain wealth. Anytime there's a recession, there's a transfer of wealth from one group to the next, okay? So they say the rich keep getting richer, but the rich wait for opportunity. So you want to have money and you want to have credit, because when a recession happens, unfortunately, people lose their jobs. And when they lose their jobs, they lose them houses. And that gives you an opportunity to go and become a real estate investor. America is in a crisis. 68 million people, credit scores are below 600. The whole point of having a good credit score is you want to be able to use other people's money, but you want to be able to use their money as close to free as possible. So the higher your credit rate, the lower your interest. 7 out of 10 Americans don't have $1,000. It might be some people in this room right now that don't have $600 in your savings account without using anything else and not using no credit. And so the question you got to ask yourself is, if I'm working a job 40 hours a week, you a whole adult, why you don't have no money? And that's a question you have to ask yourself. 67% of African Americans, we don't have no savings. So we lose our job, we get sick, you lose a spouse, it's over with. I tell people every time, when I was in corporate America, I made really good money. And I built my first house when I was 27 years old from the ground up. And even though I was saving my money at the time, it still wasn't enough, because in 2008, when that bubble bust, the housing bubble bust, I lost my job. And so when I lost my job, I had $80,000. But what I didn't expect was to be unemployed for 4 years. Can you imagine trying to get a job but can't get a job because there's hiring freezes because we in a recession? So don't think it can't be you. Because if your job is your only source of income, you are renting your life. You're renting because you don't own it, you don't control it, and you can lose it at any time. And so the only thing that you can do is, I'm telling you, get you a business, get you something that you can create, that you have control over, that nobody can take from you. The average wealth in America is $141,000. The average wealth for Hispanics is $13,000. Hey, Lynette. The average wealth for African Americans, $11,000. We at the bottom of everything. But it ain't that we ain't got money, it's what we do with our money. And the reason why we're nowhere near the average wealth is because we don't save our money, we don't invest our money, and even though we may have houses, we haven't paid it off. It ain't an asset until you pay it off. And so that's why we lack in wealth. By 2034, the average wealth for African Americans, if we don't change, is going to be zero. And wealth is what you own. Okay, so you got your assets minus your liability, that's your wealth. By 2035, 5 million jobs is going to be replaced by AI technology. This is coming regardless of whether or not you like it or not. And you already see it, you're just not paying attention to it. So what do we have now? We got driverless cars. Okay? Now there's driverless trucks. So it's going to be a lot of truck drivers that's going to lose their income. Walmart is introducing their little robots that's doing all their cleaning. So, you know, people who do the housekeeping and things like that, it's not going to be there. Then you got Amazon that's setting up their robots. And what the robot going to do? The shipping and receiving, where most people was there doing the work. So that's eliminating you. If you go to San Francisco, what you'll see is you'll check into your hotel and it's a robot that checks you in. You call down to the front desk and say, can you bring me some towels, bring me some food? And a little robot come knocking on your door. You are being replaced. There's nothing that you're doing at your job right now that a computer and technology cannot replace. And so it's coming. And so what we have been doing is we've been trying to tell people it's okay to tell your children to go to college, but you can't stop there. You're going to have to teach your kids to go to college, get an education, and learn how to create their own jobs. You cannot depend on somebody else to be able to feed you. Here's the big picture, and that's the tomorrow. So what I did is these numbers are extremely conservative numbers. But if you are 30 years old, you should have $64,000 in your investment account, retirement account right now. If you are 40, you should have $162,000. Hey, Kimberly. If you are 45, you should have $231,000. If you are 50, you should have $319,000. And if you are 65, you should already have, and this is minimum, y'all, $750,000 in your retirement account. So I want y'all to look at this chart. I want you to look at your age. I want you to look at the number. And I want everybody to raise their hand. How many of you are on track? 2 out of the room of many. See, that's your wake-up call. So when you leave here today, you can't leave out here the same way you came in here. You're going to have to get really serious about your retirement. And the thing is, 80% of people don't even know how much money they're supposed to be putting up every month to retire anyway. But guess what? 50% of Americans who are already 50 haven't even started. But what you will learn by the end of this presentation, that regardless of where you are right now, even if you don't got it, I'm going to show you how to get it and how to get it fast. There's a big math problem in America. Now, these are numbers that I pulled up. These are actually real numbers. Hey, Dana, how are you? Dana, why you not here? You looking at me, why you not here? Mm-hmm. The average salary in Chicago is $83,890. After taxes, that leaves you $55,368. So pay attention to that. You make 83, but you got to live off 55. The biggest bill in your life is actually your tax bill. So if you actually look at your paycheck and you see add up all the taxes coming out, multiply by how many times you get paid times 12, you'll know how much the government is taking from you, right? And so here's the problem. The cost of living in Chicago is $62,759. So they told you they're going to pay you 83. You got to live off 55. But your bills is 62. Everybody in the hole. You're in the hole over $7,000. And so what happens is people use their credit cards and they get payday loans to fill in the gap in between them paychecks. So it don't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're educated or you're uneducated, everybody got the same problem. So we got to fix this. The reality is 44% of Americans, you just ain't got enough money. You just ain't got enough money. And so there is 4 reasons why you ain't got enough money. Number 1, we call it the silent killer, and that's inflation. And that's just the cost of everything around you going up. Education, food, gas, everything going up, but your paycheck does not reflect it, okay? The second reason why you live in paycheck to paycheck is 1/3 of your money is going to the government, taxes. So from January to April, you are paying the government. From May to December, that's your money. But there's actually 3 sets of tax laws. There's a tax laws for people who work a job if you get a W-2. So you tax anywhere from 10% to 37%, the highest rate. Then number 2 is there's people like myself who are self-employed. And even if you work a job, you tie a business to your job, you get into that level. And that's when you get those 1099s. Well, we get tax cuts, okay? We pay lower taxes, no more than 22%, but y'all could pay up to 37%. And then the best group you want to be in is an investor. Because as an investor, you got the lowest tax rate in America, from 0 to 20%. And those are the people that own the stocks, those are the people that own the land, those are the people that own businesses, those are the people that own real estate. You got to elevate yourself from being an employee and getting into that lowest tax rate. The third reason why you live in paycheck to paycheck is you owe everybody. All right? We in debt. The average debt in America is $38,000. 77 million Americans got about $5,000 in collections that's reported on their credit file. And then finally, you ain't got no money because you are overspending. Now, if you don't decide where your money is going to go, somebody else is going to decide it for you. And these companies get together and they figure out, how can I get more of their money? So they're always promoting some type of holiday or something going on for you to spend your money. We went through Thanksgiving, we had Black Friday. People lined up, Black Friday, paying Walmart, keep paying. Now we're going into what? Yes, some more debt. Then we go right out of Christmas and we go to New Year. We what? Celebrate New Year's. We're going to pop some bottles. I am. I don't know about y'all, but I believe it. Then after New Year's, it goes into Valentine's Day. You want to show everybody what you and your boo doing. Then you go from there, then you in Easter. Then next thing you know, it's Mother's Day. We got Memorial Day. We got Father's Day. 4th of July. And that don't include, we got people who celebrate their birthday for a whole month. And they want you to come and party with them the whole month. And then we got people who having their gender reveal parties. And so every time you get paid, everybody getting your money but you. That's the problem. And that's why everybody is living paycheck to paycheck. But there is some solutions. Hey, Kim. The first solution is financial literacy. Financial literacy education should be taught in every school, and our parents should have taught us. But they didn't, okay? And so we're going to fill in the gap. So we're going to teach you how to manage your money. Business ownership. You have to tie a business to your life. That is the only way you can control your money. And once you see the tax advantages, something wrong if you don't. And the third thing you need to do is you got to get some assets. You got to become an investor so that you can enjoy residual income and compound interest. You got to learn how to make money in your sleep. Welcome to the world of MyEcon. Y'all, I love me some MyEcon. MyEcon is a 14-year-old debt-free financial literacy education company. They are based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Associates have cash flow over $450 million. So when you partner with MyEcon, you become a personal finance coach. Why is that important? Well, financial services is about a $119 billion industry. Everybody know Robert Kiyosaki? Everybody know Dave Ramsey? They make millions of dollars teaching people how to get out of debt and invest, and we do it too. There's no difference between what I do and what Dave Ramsey do. The only difference is I look like you. That's it. And so when you partner with MyEcon, we're going to give you some education that you can pass on. So we're going to teach you how to manage your money. You're going to learn the personal and business tax laws. You're going to learn how to pay off your debt fast. You're going to be able to build a better credit file. You're going to get investment education, retirement analysis, and we're going to teach you how to build a financial literacy business. Now, the first strategy that we teach you in MyEcon is how to increase your cash flow, because that's what everybody got a cash flow problem. So the first place we're going to look is where you spend the most of your time, and that's your job. Everybody fills out a W-4 form. It is designed to tell the government how much taxes to come out your paycheck. Now, most people think that that form is based on how many kids you got. It's not. It's based on allowances that you qualify for. And so there's a lot of hidden money that's sitting in your W-4 form. 80% of people got their form filled out wrong. And so we're going to show you how to adjust your W-4, and then we're going to introduce you to the section in the W-4 that allow you to get additional allowances in case you have a business, all right? And so just by doing that, you're going to be able to increase your pay by $200 to $800 a month without selling or recruiting. That's $2,400 to $9,600 cash that you have in your pocket. Here's our business partner. So when you see testimonies around here, it's always our team, okay? The Reyes family cash flows $600 a month. So that's $7,200 cash in the savings account. They ain't sold nothing. They ain't recruited nobody. It's just strategies. People think they can sell their way to wealth. No, it's just education. This is what it looks like. That's my cousin Melinda out of Memphis. Cash flow $764 a month. She was actually able to build her emergency savings for an entire year. She paid off her car, and she also is closing on a home. We see Abraham Padella, cash flow $1,000 a month. Is this my, wait a minute, let me hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Just 1 second here. I guess so. This is the wrong presentation, but it'll do. Okay. Let's go. Abraham out of New York, cash flow $1,000 a month. We got Chad out of New York City. He's my business partner. He out of New York too. He's cash flow $900 a month. We got Evan Rivera, who is actually on this live, cash flowing $560 a month back into his household. He's so close to paying off his car. Tanitha Holden out of Detroit, that's also on this live. Cash flow $460 a month. No, you can't see the whiteboard. You need to be here. But we got a webinar that we can send you so you'll be able to see the slides. We got Anthony Albino, my business partner out of Florida, that was able to cash flow $245 a month. So just imagine if you had that level of income coming back into your household. Couldn't you put extra payments on your car note and pay it off faster? If you got a dream business idea but you ain't got no capital, this can't be your capital. The second strategy is, once we show you how to adjust that W-4 and you get your money, we got to show you how to protect the money, okay? So the second strategy is we're going to show you how to minimize your taxes. And so we are going to give you a software and an app that you can download to your phone called the Cash Flow Manager. Because now that you are a business owner, the IRS requires you to actually keep up with your receipts. And so when it comes to some of the write-offs, if you are advertising, so you get business cards, you get brochures, you get banners and things to promote your business, you can write that off on your taxes. You can get the home office deduction because you are a business owner. You're doing your business out of your home. You get to write off a percentage of your cell phone bill and your internet access. You paying a cell phone bill now, but you ain't been able to write it off. But when you're a business owner, you can. We get to write off a percentage of our meals. So I go to Starbucks every morning. Starbucks, unfortunately, they get about $1,000 a year from me. They really do, because I am addicted to that coffee. But I get to write 50% off on my taxes, because I'm a business owner. And we're marketing directors, and that's our title. And as marketing directors, all we do is market and advertise the business. So when we walk out our house, if we marketing our business, everything that we doing is going to be tax deductible. We get to write off our travel. So if you going somewhere, you get to write off the air, you get to write off the baggage claim fees, you get to write off the hotel. If you get an Uber, if you rent a car, Airbnb, you get to write that off. Even if you paid for a meal while you're on vacation and you tipped the waiter, business people get to write it off. You get to write off a percentage of your car note, which is the interest that they're charging you on your car note. You can also be reimbursed 58 cents for the miles that you drive on your car. That is a gold mine. But people don't track it. People don't know it. You can also hire your kids in your business. So if you got children who are over the age of 6, we will teach you the correct way to hire your child into the business and how you can write off up to $12,000 per child. You got 2 kids, that's $24,000 write-off right there. I know people who got businesses that don't even know this. And so what we're doing is we're teaching you the tax laws. And sometimes people be like, I don't know if you can do that. My tax person said I can't do that. We teach you the tax laws directly from the IRS publication. So this ain't me telling you. This is what the IRS is telling you what you can and cannot do. So I ain't going to listen to somebody other than the IRS, right? And so at the end of the year, all those expenses that are now business expenses, our software is going to give you a report. And you're going to be able to give this report to your tax preparer. And the tax preparer is going to complete your Schedule C. Because now that you're a business owner, you qualify for a Schedule C. That's your profit and loss for your business. So all your expenses is on here. You can't even see this one real good, but this is actually a business partner. And they wrote off, maybe they got about $10,000 write-off just from their car and their car mileage alone. They travel a lot. They wrote off over $5,000 in their vacations because they always in the sky. But I ain't going to say who that is. They also hired their kids and wrote it off. At the end, they wrote off about $24,000 in expenses. So that lowers your tax liability. And that allows you to keep your income shift money and not owe the IRS at the end of the year. Now, if you don't keep your records, you don't keep your receipts, that's on you if you got to get the money back. Because that's what people been doing. They adjust their W-4 for 6 months, write exempt another 6 months, and then be like, I be on the IRS and I don't know why, because you don't have enough write-offs at the end of the year. That's why anybody who got a job should have a business for the increase in the allowances alone. That's the secret of the rich. You got to keep more of your hard-earned money. So this is what it looks like in real life. This is Chelsea. This is our business partner. She a teacher. She ain't got no kids. If you ain't got no kids, the IRS is really ripping you off. But she made, in 2017, she made $52,000. They took $8,000 in federal taxes out of her paycheck. Lord. And her refund check was $2,700. So they took out $8,000 and gave her back $2,700. Now, do you think that's right? Exactly. So then she said, you know what? I'm finna join MyEcon. I'm finna tie a business to my income. So she got a raise from her job, so it gave her an extra $1,300 for the year. She ain't pay no taxes on it. She adjusted her W-4, got an extra $415 back into her paycheck. So she kept $4,990, and then she did her taxes. She had $17,000 in write-offs, It took her from a 22 tax bracket to a 12% tax bracket, and she kept all that money, $8,763, and she still got a refund check for over $2,000. So she pretty much got what she got the year before, but she kept $5,000 of her hard-earned money. We got another one, Tiffany. Now, Tiffany was already making good money in corporate America. She was making $90,000 a year. She did have kids. They took $7,000 out her paycheck for just federal, y'all, taxes. Her refund check was about $5,000 because she got kids. But she still was living paycheck to paycheck, so she decided to go and get another job, y'all. So she got another job, and in 2018, when we did her taxes, she made $130,000. But because she had a business, that $40,000 that she made from her second job, she kept all of it. She ain't paid no taxes. She adjusted her W-4, got an extra $521 a month on top of that. So that's over $6,000 she was able to keep. And then her refund check was a little bit lower than the year before. She got $3,700 instead of $5,100. But added up, she kept $40,000 in cash, $6,000 from adjusting her W-4, and $3,700 from her refund check. So she cash flowed $50,000. That's the power of having a business tied to your income. So I don't care what people saying. See, people lie all day, but numbers don't. Do the math. And so this was one of the smartest decisions that she's ever made in her life. So if you had an extra $50,000 in cash flow, what could you do? Could you start flipping houses? I'm sure you could. The third strategy that we teach you is how to fix your credit. We give you a step-by-step training. There's video tutorials. You will know what affects your credit, how to fix your credit. We even give you the pre-written letters. So you don't have to figure out what am I going to say to the credit bureaus. You ain't got to say that at all. All right? All you have to do is put your contact information, the credit bureau address, the name of the creditor that you want to dispute, and the account number. That's all you got to do. And mail it out. And people paying $80, $100 a month for something like this. People paying people $200, $300, $500,000 to do, this is what they're doing. But ignorance is expensive. And so we give you the letters. And so we've had people who have been able to absolutely fix their credit. And you should see results in about 30, 45 days. And so our presentation went all over the place. We got Marta here that was able to increase her credit score to a 759. We got Rico. He now got a 730. He increased his credit score by 247 points, and he did it in 3 months. We got Nakia. She in the 800 club at 839. Can you imagine walking into a car dealership with an 839? Get you a credit card and have 0% down? 0% interest? We got Jose out of Chicago. He increased his credit score to a 775. We got Greg Harder. He increased his credit score to an 816. We got Carmen here sitting in the room with her bandana on. She had a 717. So it's powerful. We got people all over, everybody on my team winning. Everybody. What's your credit score back there, honey?
708.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. The fourth strategy that we teach you is, okay, it is not about us just giving you some extra money in your paycheck. It's about what you do with that money when we give it to you. And so we're going to teach you how to get out of debt faster. And so I'm going to supply you with tools and Excel spreadsheets that you can use, because you should know how much debt you're in. You'd be surprised when I sit with people on our team and we actually go through all their debt and they didn't realize just how bad it was. You need to see it. So we go through your debt. We show you how to take some of that income shift money and put it on top of the debt to actually pay it off faster. So I got people who $300,000 in debt, including their mortgage. They actually gonna be debt free in 8 years with just an extra $600. So you can get out of debt. It's just whether or not you choose to want to do it. And so we got Carmen again. Carmen just keep on winning. Mm-hmm. She paid off $34,000 in debt, you guys, with this strategy. We got Lynette Boswell Vargas right here in Waukegan, Gurnee area. She paid off $38,000 in debt. She cash flowed $22,000 $1,000 and her credit score is a 744. This is what it looks like. See, what I want you to do and what MyEcon's mission is that you really think about your money and the value it is to you and what you can do with it. So, for example, Edwin, I'm using you. So let me tell y'all, Edwin is going to pay off his car note. He's like this close, paying off his car note. Now, Edwin is paying $538 a month for his car. So, Edwin's car paid off, and Edwin comes into my inbox, and he say, Miss Angela, I'm thinking about getting another car. We in a financial literacy business. So after you went through all that to pay off your car, you finna go and get another one, and ain't nothing wrong with the car that you got now that you went paid off. So I said, you know what? Let's do the math. So we give you these calculators that you can pull up. So we took his monthly deposit, what he been paying, $538. He finna go get another car. And the interest rate that he was charging him is ridiculous. So you see that right there. So basically what I said to him was, you have a choice. You can actually take your $538 and continue to give it to the bank. Or you can take that $538 now, because now your car is paid for. I am going to show you what index fund to invest your money in, where you can get a 14%, let's say you get a 14% return on investment. And you get that, y'all get your cars for 6 years, 5 years, 6 years. If we did the same time period, I could turn that $538 a month into 60 grand. So, you want to get a 60 grand to the bank, or you want the 60 grand in your pocket? See, every time you decide to buy debt, you are missing out on an opportunity. There's an opportunity cost to everything that you do. And that's what he's giving up. And so he said, you know what, Miss Angela, I think I want to keep my money and multiply and grow my money. Don't buy no cars unless you need the car. Or you a millionaire and can afford it. But if you can't, stop giving your money to the bank. Now, here's an example of a business partner who is now out of debt. And now that they have paid off, their car note and some of their credit cards that they had, they got $937 in free cash, because you don't owe them no more. Now take that $937 and put it into an index fund. Let's say it's paying you 12%. In 20 years, you got $946,000. So even if you in your 40s right now with nothing in your retirement account, get out of debt and take that money and invest it, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And I call this being able to own your paycheck. So the money and your freedom and your breakthrough is on how you treat your money and how you feel about your money. The fifth strategy that we teach you is we teach you the education of investing. So we're going to share with you the different asset classes. So you should know CDs, you should know what mutual funds are, you should know what a money market account is, you should know the different types of stocks, you should know the difference between an index fund, you should know the difference between an ETF. These are things that you should know, because how do you know where to park your money so that your money can have babies if you don't know what's out there? So we're going to give you the education. Now we have an awesome trainer in MyEcon, hey Christina, how are you? Called June Collier. And June Collier videos, if you've ever seen them, he does an amazing job with teaching you all the fundamentals of investing. And the fundamentals is, okay, I think I want to buy Nike. So what he does is he says, how do you know if a company you want to invest in is a good company for you to park your money? So he talks about the tools you can use to investigate a company, because you're giving them your money, right? And so he shows you how to look at the sales, the profits, the expenses, and things like that to decide, okay, I think this is for me, all right? Now, what I do is I step it up a notch. So MyEcon gonna give you the education on what is what. June can teach you the fundamentals. Do I want to do it? I'm going to teach you the technicals. And what that means is that I'm going to show you how to read stock charts, because most people buy a stock because they hear everybody talking about it. By that time, it's too late. You already missed out on the real money. And so I'm going to show you how to look at a Nike chart and know when to buy Nike. Because you hear people say buy low, but people ain't buying low. They actually buying high. So you buy a stock and you immediately in the red because you bought at the wrong time, because you heard Tanya and Lisa and everybody on Facebook talking about it, right? And so I'm going to show you the technicals on how to do it. And so the name of the game is, we want you to own a piece of America, all right? And so if you're wearing Nike tennis shoes, like I am right now, y'all, yes I am, but I own Nike stock. It's $87, okay? How many of you going to Walmart every week? $118. You should be owning a piece of that stock. How many of you got a card in your purse right now that got a Visa logo? Visa, MasterCard, they both got stocks. Why not get paid when everybody got there charging? Bank of America. If a bank is good enough for you to put money in, it's good enough for you to own stock. How many of you fly Southwest Airlines? $54 a share. Why you ain't got it? You get what I'm saying? And so we go through this and we teach you how to be a stockholder, and we show you how to get those stocks. I don't care if you only got $50 to your name. I'm still going to show you how you can own a piece of this, because that's where it's about. And so when you invest in a stock, the only way you make money is the stock price has to go up. So you make appreciation, or the company pays good dividends. Y'all BP, gas, Exxon Mobil, y'all be pumping y'all gas. They pay some of the best dividends in the world, but people don't even be paying attention to them. AT&T is in everybody's house, because everybody got to have a landline, especially if you got security alarm. AT&T got some of the best dividends. So if you got kids and you're going to be having a birthday party, instead of telling everybody what your kid's shoe size is, what their clothes size is, ask them to give your kids some little stock cards. You can get them, and you can start building wealth for your children while they're young. I'm just saying. Investors, the lowest tax rate in America. And then again, this is why I rev it up, because I am a day trader, all right? And so what I also teach you, and these is for the people who really want to get that money, I teach you how to trade in the financial markets. So it doesn't matter if you're interested in trading Forex, if you want to do cryptos, if you're a Bitcoin person, maybe you want to trade penny stocks, indexes, commodities, gold. It does not matter. I teach you how to do it. So I'm going to teach you how to read the charts, and then I'm going to give you a simple trade system that when you follow it, I can show you how to grab $100 to $1,000 every single day. Okay? But I'm going to keep this real simple for y'all. You see this chart right here? Now, most people, their candles are red and green, but I just don't like the colors. Okay? So I changed the colors of my candle. This right here, pink, that means up. My little chocolate means down. Okay? So when I see pink, that means the price is going up. And when I see chocolate, that means the price is going down. If you can understand that, you can trade. Okay? And so the point is, if the price is going up, I want to get down here. I want to buy low. So I can get into this position right here at this set price, because this candle, this is all money. That's all it is. Each candle is money. And so you jump in a candle and you grab out some money. Okay? So I can buy low here, and I can get out right here, or I can get out right here, or I can get out right here. And here's the thing. Depending on what asset class you're trading in, this little move right here will happen in 5 minutes. This little move right here could be $1,000. It could be $5,000. It could be $10,000. It could be $15,000. It just depends on how much money you're leveraging. And so every day you got the power to do this. Now, in your head, you might be saying, oh my God, I don't know if I can learn this. But I can keep it real simple, because once you go live, I'm going to give you access to not an alert system, but it's going to give you the signal right on your chart. And you see this little triangle right here? When you see that, it's going to tell you what direction you need to get in. So this little triangle is pointing down, and the candles turn red. So this is where I'm getting in at. So if you can't grasp it yourself, that's the wonderful thing about technology. It will do it for you. So I can get in here, and I can get on down. And here's what I want you to understand. See, your 401k, you can only make money when the price go up. You lose when prices go down or when the markets crash. See, once you learn how to day trade the markets, you can hedge your 401k. So that means when the market, the economic system turns down, because it will, your 401k is going to go like this. But if you day trading and pulling out money, you can put in what you lost. See, most people don't have the ability to hedge, but we have the ability to hedge. And so if you don't learn nothing else, you better learn how to trade. Because this is not dependent on anybody. You don't need a job to do this. I don't need no customers to do this. You ain't got to join MyEcon. I'm still going to make my money, and I'm going to make it every day. This is how you do it. So I'm going to teach you this. So you're in the right place at the right time with the right team if you want to get money. This is what it looks like when you start owning Piece of America. This is my cousin Tanika here, Waukegan. She owns Apple and Nike and Amazon, AbbVie, Tesla, and Facebook. We got Alicia Bodie. She owns Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney, T-Mobile. She also owns cannabis stocks, because that's what everybody into. We also got Elisa Rose here. She owns Starbucks, which is my favorite, Lyft, Visa. I own MasterCard. MasterCard was really, really good to me. And even before Boeing had all this mess with the planes, Boeing's gave me like 100% return on investment on my money. Boeing was hot. Walmart, and then my personal favorite is Microsoft. You can never go wrong with Microsoft. Do y'all understand that Microsoft has had double-digit returns since they became a stock? And people telling you that the best you can do is 8%, 6%? They lying to you. Andre Muhammad owns Siri and AMD and Etsy and Lowe's. Do y'all see the value of what I'm teaching y'all here today? Yeah. You see it? Now, some of you probably saying, okay, I joined MyEcon, I can income shift, I can get some extra money. How can I make even more money? Well, what you got to understand, you got to understand how network marketing companies work. Any corporation has an advertising and a marketing budget, okay? And what they do is they pay people. They either pay celebrities, they run ads in magazines, they doing commercials, something like that to promote their product, and they pay people out of their advertising budget. That's on their P&L. So what MyEcon did was, instead of them hiring somebody, because they don't need us, they can promote their own business, so they can go and do expos and commercials. They decided, well, instead of doing that, we're going to let independent consultants go out there in their communities and promote our products. And then we just going to pay them from their advertising budgets. So when we get out here and we spread the word on how to become a part of MyEcon, and you come into this business, MyEcon is going to pay us commissions and bonuses from their advertising budget. But then they made it better because they allow us to participate in profit sharing. Because this business, there is a monthly membership. And every time people pay their membership, MyEcon get the money. And so what MyEcon said is, hey, we're going to let y'all get a piece of our profits, because we wouldn't know these people. We wouldn't have this business if it wasn't for y'all. And so we get the beauty of having bonuses, commissions, and residual income. So when you join MyEcon, it's a digital business. So you're going to get a website. That website has financial products that people can go to your website and they can buy. So we have ID Defender for people who want identity theft protection. We got the do-it-yourself credit repair system for people who want to learn how to fix their own credit. They can buy it from you. We have the cash flow manager. So if you know people in other direct sale companies or people who cut hair, 9 times out of 10, they are not getting all their write-offs because they don't have a software to track it. So they can get the cash flow manager software from you. We also have a credit monitoring service. We got roadside assistance. We also have a rent reporting service. So if you know anybody who's paying their rent on time, and you've been paying your rent for the past 5 years, why is it not on your credit report? You missing 50 to 100 points just by not putting your rent on your credit report. And so we'll show you how to do that. I mean, people have taken this knowledge. We got people on our team that now got their own little credit repair businesses because of the knowledge that we learned in MyEcon. Some people like myself, we got our own tax preparation businesses because of what we've learned in MyEcon. And we keep 100% of our money. You know, so it ain't no reason why people can't make money in MyEcon other than they just don't want to do nothing. Okay? Now, anytime we refer somebody to MyEcon, we got a special promotion that's going on right now. So every time we introduce somebody to the business, MyEcon is going to pay us a $25 referral bonus from their advertising budget. Now, for most people, they probably like, I don't know who I'm going to talk to. Well, if you get around me, you will learn how to brand yourself on social media. So I will show you how to brand yourself on Facebook, if you want to brand yourself on YouTube, and show you how to live the MyEcon life and how to talk about money and attract people to you. And that's how you make this actual money. Now, some people might say, okay, well, how you gonna make a whole lot of money off $25? This my upline, Cedric Williams. He made $25,000 in 5 weeks. So it can be done. It's just whether or not you want to do the work. So he got out into his community and he was talking to everybody because he know people are overpaid, they are overtaxed, and they need to fix their credit. That's it. So if you know somebody with a job, you can do this business. If you know somebody with a job and taxes come out their paycheck, you can do this business. If you know somebody that got bad credit and want to fix it, you can make money. And that's what he's able to do. We get paid every Friday. I've been with MyEcon 3 years. I've gotten paid every Friday for 3 straight years. So can you imagine having a paycheck in between a paycheck? But here's the passive residual income. Like I said, every month, people are paying to maintain their business. And so MyEcon is going to cut us in on the profits. So the beauty of MyEcon, what I do like, is that we have the ability to create leverage. Everybody better have some leverage working for them. So that means that you get paid off of other people's efforts. Just like your job. Your boss is hiring you and he's making money off of your efforts. We get to do the same thing. If you are a real estate agent and you step your game up and you become a broker and you get other real estate agents working for you, when them real estate agents close on houses, they get paid and you get a percentage of their commissions as well. So that's what you can do in MyEcon. So if you had, let's say you had 25 people in your organization, that's you telling somebody and they told somebody. That's $80 a month. That don't seem like a lot, but it'll pay a cell phone bill. Let's say you got 125 people in your organization. Everybody telling everybody. That's $455 a month. That ain't a lot, but that'll pay a car note. Let's say you got 625 people in your organization. My team, we did it in 6 months. So let's say you're making $3,500, $4,000 a month. This is money that you're getting without working for it. That's it. 3,000 people in your organization. You're making $28,000 a month. People are actually making this. 15,000 people in your organization. Because everybody knows somebody that you don't know. That's $153,000 a month. That's $1.8 million. And you ain't no basketball player, you ain't no football player, you ain't no rapper, you ain't no singer, you ain't no actress. You can get this just by showing people how to get out of debt and invest. So the question is, do you want it? That's it. So here's my calculator right here. To maintain our businesses in MyEcon, we pay $34.95 a month. The passive residual income, I'm at the top of the company of MyEcon. So let's say you got 1,000 people. If you got 1,000 people, you make $8,000 a month. So I want y'all to pay attention here. I pay $34.95. I get this. Regardless if I wake up, if I disappear, if I go on vacation for 6 months, I'm going to come back. And I'm still going to see this deposit every single month. See, that's owning your life. And I'm debt free. So I get to take all this money and put it into my investment account because I don't owe nobody. And so when people ask you, how do you turn $1,000, how I turn 1,000 into almost past $500,000, this how. And what I love about MyEcon is that they allow us to will our businesses. So that means in the will or trust, I can put my MyEcon business, my son is the beneficiary. So if something was to happen to me, my son continued to get these payments every single month. So while y'all waiting to turn 65 to get your pension, I'm getting mine now. And so this is what I call really owning your life. So I want you to think about it. Let's say you had an extra $4,000 coming in every month. How can you get $4,000 without working? Well, one option is you could put $1.2 million in the bank. If you put $1.2 million in the bank, you're going to earn interest. You're going to get a check every month for $4,000. This is what everybody's trying to do in their retirement accounts. That's really what you're really trying to do. Or you could be like me and get over 600 people on your team and get the same amount of money than somebody who put up 1.2 million. So which is easier for you? Saving 1.2 million or telling people how to get their financial life in order? I pick this. Okay? And this is John Pettiford L, another CEO Infinity in MyEcon. With this strategy, pull 2 million. So the beauty of this is it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter what your race is. It ain't no background checks. It ain't no drug tests. There is no reason why anybody should be broke in America. We live in the most capitalistic society in the world. It is so much money that's out here, and all you got to do is get it and decide that you want it. So, what's in it for you? If you say yes to MyEcon, you're going to get business and personal finance education. You're going to get a debt elimination tools. You're going to get a retirement strategist. You're going to get access to investment conferences and education, income shifting, tax advantages, cash flow management software, credit repair education. You're going to get e-commerce website valued at like $5,000. It normally costs $199 to join MyEcon. You say yes today, and you can get it for $27.95. And getting access to me is really not cheap at all. People pay me for my investment class. So the fact that you're getting access to it just because you said yes today, this will change your life. Maintaining your business is $34.95 a month. That's $1.16 a day. Every month you pay that $34.95, you qualify for the write-offs for that month. So if you join MyEcon and you've been in MyEcon a year, but you only paid your membership for 6 months, you can only write off 6 months worth of write-offs. So that means if you adjust your W-4 for the whole year, you're going to owe. But that's your problem because I already taught you, okay? And I told you what you need to do. So if you say yes, that's what you do. That's how you lock in your money. So if you say yes today, you can get $100, $600 in the next 10, 14 days on your W-4. And our mission is to get in every household. We're going to get in every high school. We're going to get on every college campus. This really should be taught in every church. It really should. Because there's no reason to have a church and everybody broke. Something's wrong with the picture. Okay? And so God wants us to spread the love of God, but he's making sure that we get money so we can help more people. And we need to be helping people in our communities. We need to be helping people that is outside of this country. That is what our purpose is for, you know. And so all I want to say is you ain't got to think about it. You just need to do it. So if you want a brand new house in 2020, what y'all need to do?
Just do it.
You want a brand new car in 2020? What do you need to do?
Just do it.
You want to build generational wealth for your children's children? All right. And so whoever invited you here today, thank you for coming out. Get back to them. They will get you signed up into the business. We'll get you trained, and we will get you on the path to financial success and put you on the right way of money. Thank y'all for y'all time. All right, y'all. If you were watching, you need to get with me. And let me show you how to get this money. I got my link in the description. Click the link, put your contact information. There is a button for you to join. Go ahead and join. And let me show you how to not only make more money, but I'm going to show you how to keep your money and how to multiply your money. So y'all, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hey, Kim, thanks for coming on. I hope I gave y'all value. I hope I gave you value, because that was my mission today, was to just elevate your mind financially, put you on to some information that you might not have known before. You guys, I haven't worked a job in 11 years. And I did that because I just increased my skill level, and I just left all the excuses out the door, and I just decided to do it. So get with me. I love y'all. Love y'all. Hey, Shawanda. Yes, just do it. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Christina. Just do it. So, yes, y'all, I'm finna go ahead and sign out. Because girlfriend hungry. Yes, I'm tired. Hey, Adriana, I am tired. And go back and watch this live. Trust me. And start getting your kids to be thinking about money. Teach your kids how to manage their money at a very young age. Start opening up them custodial accounts for your kids and get them some stock so that they can understand what investing is. By the time your kids grow up and get ready to go to college, that college could possibly be paid for. So you definitely want to do that. Make sure you're getting that life insurance, you guys. Everybody should be having life insurance. You got to leave something for your children. Become investors. 2020 is our year for the overflow. So we done playing small. You're done playing small. That's not what you designed for. God gave everybody a gift. All you got to do is tap into it. That's all you got to do. And he will give you the desires of your heart, you guys. So again, y'all have a great weekend, and I will see y'all. Bye-bye.